After my first day at the Star of Hope, when I arrived, that for me was the beginning of my whole new life.
My mind was so broken, my heart was so broken, my soul was so broken. I couldn't look at the big picture and think I could do anything.
I remember my mom and me, we had to one time eat macaroni and cheese with peas in it for Thanksgiving. Peas and macaroni and cheese are not very good for Thanksgiving.
We came to Star Hope when we had no place to live.
I drifted around for a while trying to find a job, and eventually I came here to Houston where I heard about the Star of Hope.
Everything that I did at the Star of Hope was a part of the puzzle for me to become whole. I came from a middle-class family here in Houston, and unfortunately, I was predisposed to a lot of alcoholism. I started slowly gravitating towards poor choices, and those poor choices kind of snowballed on me, and I kept making one bad choice after another. Got bad enough where I have 3 DWIs, and I went to jail about 6 times, and I totaled several cars, and I just put myself in very dangerous situations.
My life and my childhood was just always a struggle. There was nothing that was ever defined, not really a home was defined. My mother was a teen mom. She placed me in a garbage can, put me on a porch so somebody could find me. When I came to Star of Hope, my soul was beat up, broken, mangled. It was, I didn't want to live. I didn't want my son with me. I definitely, one thing I wanted to hide very much so was the fact that I had a degree. I did not want anybody to know I had a degree. Because smart people don't let things like that happen to them. Society says smart people don't let things like that happen to them. That just does not happen.
When I got to Star Hope, I was 12. I was bad. My mom was going through her personal issues. I looked up to Michael Vick and Lil Wayne. I feel like I gave Star Hope a run for their money.
My story, in a lot of ways, I like to compare it to, or I do compare it to the story of Paul, the Apostle Paul, on his road to Damascus. His conversion that took place, his destruction of Christians, destroying God's people. In a way, my story was one of destroying God's people, their lives. And I was doing that through the dealing of drugs. And I've done that since the age of 13. I've done it for 27 years.
I have a job where I make $2.13 an hour plus tips. I went from being a waitress to a cook to having some management experience, and after 10 years of being in this industry, I'm back to waiting tables.
Before Star Hope, my mom and dad used to fight, and they used to argue and scream and yell.
I felt like what people tend to think homeless people look like. Drunk, drugged, mangled, beat up, dirty clothes. I felt grungy like that on the inside. My inside felt so raggedy.
When you have it all and it's all just taken away from you, it's a really hard feeling. And especially when you have children and they're young and they don't understand what's going on, and it makes you just, I don't know, you just feel so sad.
Before I came to the Star of Hope, I just thought it was a homeless shelter. That's what I thought it was. Just a place where people just go and just stay on a cot, because they had nowhere to stay overnight, and then they might have left the next day, and just a place for them to stay. I had no idea the magnitude and/or that they had more than one location. A common misconception is that the Star of Hope only services men. That's not true. The Star of Hope services men, women, and families.
Anybody who thinks Star of Hope is a short-term program, just a quick fix, 2 hots in the cot, negative. So wrong. It's so much more. So much more.
Star of Hope is there to help a person actually acquire skills, actually acquire the truth of why it is that you're actually out there in the world homeless because of lack of structure, lack of guidance, lack of true direction, lack of being truthful to yourself.
It's a program to awaken the dead to be alive again. That's the first thing they do. It's like they take these resuscitators of love and shock you back into life. You know what I'm saying? And show you some people care.
They change your thinking. They change your attitudes. They change your behaviors. They gave me structure, boundaries, responsibilities, consistency, and they did it lovingly. Yeah, they did it lovingly.
Piece by piece, a little piece of the personal development program, a piece of the spiritual life program, a piece of teaching you how to have effective communication skills program, all intensive counseling, one-on-one counseling, anger management. All of that's work, hard work.
Star Hope did for my mama is let my mommy be a better person so she can control her anger and be good to us.
It has a fitness center, it has a clinic, it has a computer learning center. So if you don't have a GED, you will begin GED classes. If you don't have interview skills, they'll put you in touch with the right entity to get that skill.
When you walk into place, when you walk into that Star of Hope and you come out, you don't come out the same person. I thank God for the day that He allowed me to see, opened up my eyes and allowed me to see people for who they were, finally, and they were God's creations. I couldn't see people like that before.
When you walk in the door of the Star of Hope, you may walk in without a plan, but once you're there, they help devise a plan for your life.
I really don't know how to describe it, but the only thing I can tell you is that since I've been at the Star of Hope, there has been a piece in my life that I've never experienced before.
If it weren't for the Star of Hope, I would sincerely be dead, in jail, or raped. If not all three.
My soul went from just a flatline dead to being resuscitated back into hope and a future and a plan and a purpose. In Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plan and the purpose I have for you. And literally, piece by piece, that scripture became my life. I have a hope. I have a plan. I have a future. I have a purpose. And Star Hope helped me map that out step by step.
Be still, there is a healer. His love is deeper than the sea. His mercy is unfailing. His arms a fortress for the weak. Let faith arise. Let faith arise. I lift my hands to believe again. You are my refuge, you are my strength. As I pour out my heart, these things I remember. let faith arise.